Hello, so good day everyone. So this will be our next topic. So it's all about the classification of the accommodation. Okay, so our learning objectives. So at the end of the session, the students must be able to identify hotel classification, differentiate types of hotel, and lastly, to understand the level of service. So we have an exercise here. So you need to guess the word, and I want you to arrange the jumbled letters below to form a word. Okay, so we have the first word, which is composed of letter E, T, V, A, and R, and we have also N, letter I. The third word, we have the L, H, T, O, E, S. And last jumbled letters start with letter N, L, I, O, D, G, and G. Okay? So I'll give you 2 minutes to think what are those words here on our presentation. Alright, so timer is up. So the correct answer for the first word is we have the word tavern. And then the next word is what we call inn. Then the third word means hotels. And then lastly is lodging. So those words are connected or the other term when we say accommodation. So um, today we will be classifying what are those types or different classifications no ng accommodations. So next slide. So I want to start also with this quotation. So it says here, the chilling out on the bed in your hotel room, watching television while wearing your own pajamas is sometimes the best part of your vacation. So do you agree with this? So this is from Miss Laura Marano, an American actress. So it means that the simple pleasure allows us to unwind and of course to take a break from your usual routine. Then it provides a sense of comfort and familiarity even we are in a new unfamiliar place like what we called hotel. Kasi na-mention kanina may vacation, no, and then merong portion doon sa quotation that the chilling out on the bed. So normally, pwede lang 'tong mangyari once we have our vacation, specifically, kapag check-in tayo or magpapabook tayo sa hotel. And it's a time when you can truly relax, 'di ba? Kasi hindi naman natin nagagawa yan at home. So we need to catch up our favorite shows and movies, and we need to enjoy the cozy atmosphere of our temporary home away from our usual home. Okay? So for some travelers, ito yung moments na they need to relax and then na-highlight tuloy yung vacation nila because nag-o-offer to ng yung tinatawag na much needed break from sightseeing and any activities na pwede nilang ma-experience during their stay, no? Once magpa-book or check-in tayo sa isang hotel. Okay, so again, the other terms of accommodation, kaya ako nagme-mention ng hotel, is we have tavern, inns, hotel, and lodging is the other term for the word accommodation. So, sa accommodations natin, makaklasify natin siya sa tatlong category. So, we have the size or number of rooms. Yan. Then, nagbabari din siya sa target market. And then, the level of the service. Okay? So, pagdating daw sa size or number of rooms, as you can see here, meron tayong under 200 rooms. Meron ding 200 to 399 rooms. Meron din tayong 400 to 700 rooms and more than 700 rooms. Okay, so anong essence ng mga the size and the numbers no ng ating room. So sa part ng ating guest, um they can easily check the number one kasi dito na nakikita yung bed configuration, no? Sa mga room sa hotel. Pag sinabi kasi nating bed configuration, ano yung size ng bed na meron dun sa room, single ba, double, queen, king, or suite type of bed ba, or multiple beds. So this is important aspect ng room size kasi may depende siya sa ilang number or packs ng guest na magpapabook or mag-check-in. So, it affects also, no, the occupants, number of occupants. The room can, sabihin na natin, can comfortably accommodate. Ano pa, sa size of rooms. Sa part ng guest, napapamiliarize nila, of course, the layout and design kasama yan. So, yung layout and design, so, malaki din yung impact nito to perceive the size of the room. Kasi sa layout and design, makikita dito the space, gaano ba kaluwag or gaano ba kasikip, no? Yung space ng isang room na yon at kung ito ba ay well-designed or um, merong term na poor or poorly designed room. No? Yung parang hindi ka sobrang magiging komportable. So, nagkakaroon ka tuloy ng perspective kung paano ka mag-decide sa mga rooms na pipiliin mo doon sa iyong pag stay or sa pagbubuk mo. And also, nagmamatter din ang rooms sa yung mga views. Okay? Some hotels may classify rooms based on the view they offer. 'Di ba? May mga rooms tayo like ocean view, yan, city view rooms, or courtyard view rooms. So, ano din siya, nakikita natin yung classification na kapag ito yung rooms na binook ng ating guest ay magiging factor ba to ng kanyang dinedesire? Isa ba to sa factor na dinedesire niyang pag-check-inan? May guest room na available na ganito? At magmamatter din, of course, yung pricing ng room kapag malapit tayo um, sa mga best view, no? Na meron ang kwarto ng isang hotel. Okay? And then, of course, sa size of room, nagmamatter din sa part ng guest yung amenities. So, the amenities, of course, ito yung size ng room can influence the types of amenities that they will accommodate. So, sabi nga, larger rooms may have space for a mini fridge, meron sitting area, merong desk, or even a kitchenette. And then the other rooms, no, na medyo small lang yung size niya, no, is hindi pwedeng makapaglagay ng mga na-mention natin kanina. But just a typical or common room lang na merong bed, merong side table, okay, merong lampshade, television, and that's it. Wala nang iba pang um, other amenities. Okay, so that's the first category natin or classification, the size of the room. And then, meron din tayong target market sa mga accommodations. Okay? So, na-classify natin ano yung meron, no? Possible na meron sa rooms if they are offering 200 rooms, 200 to 399, 400 to 700, more than 700 rooms. So, nagdi-differ siya dun sa mga na-mention natin kanina. Okay? And then yung target market naman natin, the hotel targets many markets and can be classified according to the markets they attempt to attract their guests. So the common type of markets includes business, airport, suite, residential, meron din tayong resort, meron din timeshare, casino, convention, and conference hotel. Okay? So why target market is important sa pagka-classify ng ano natin, ng accommodation. Sige, I'll give you 1 minute to think. no? Aside from listening and watching this recorded lesson, what do you think is the importance of having a target market in classifying accommodation? Okay. So, still there, students? So, number one kasi na pwede nating ano, no, ma-include sa target market in classifying accommodation is, of course, the word marketing strategies. I know that everybody's familiar already with the marketing strategies. So, by means of the target market, they can easily understand uh, the guest, no, na pwede nilang ma-hit, no, from that specific hotel na kinakailangan itong klase ng mga guest na 'to. And this includes choosing the right advertising channels, messaging, ano pa ba? Sa marketing strategies natin, yung promotional materials that appeal to the target demographic. Okay? And then why we need to have the target market sa pagka-classify ng accommodation kasi we need also to arrange the pricing strategies. Kung may marketing strategies tayo, may pricing strategies din syempre. So accommodations can set appropriate pricing structures, of course, base saan? On their target market willingness to pay for. Kasi anong type ba ng guest ang papabook or mag-check-in? Business, ano ba to? Mga business professionals ba? Or yung mga mid-range individuals or guest? Ano ba? So, nagmamatter ang pricing strategies natin kasi dumidepende din saan nakalocate yung hotel na yun sa target market mo. Okay? For example, luxury accommodations catering to high-end travelers. So, anong pwede mangyari doon? It may command premium prices, of course. Pero sa budgeted accommodations lang, no? Budgeted target market lang natin. So, maglalagay tayo sa pricing strategies like cost-conscious travelers may offer more competitive rates. Okay? So, ano pa sa target market natin? Of course, the guest experience, di ba? Classifying accommodations kasi based din sa target market ulit natin, enables them to create a guest experience that what? That aligns with the guest expectations. So this encompasses everything from the check-in process to the level of what we call personalized, no, service offered. This is sabi ko sa inyo mga special requests. So the more na high-end ang hotel, the more na mga VIP ang ating guest. Siyempre, mas mataas din yung level of guest experience nila. Pero hindi natin hindi natin pinapaboran kung sino lang yung may budget, yun yung pagsisilbihan, no? 'Di ba? Hindi ganun yon. What I'm trying to say here is the more na mas mahal din kasi yung ina-avail na room, of course, asahan natin the service itself is mas din, mas high-end. Pero both nasa quality pa rin depende sa um, procedures or depende doon sa kailangang i-meet ng ating mga staff sa hotel. Okay? What else? So we have the number one target market natin if the hotel is a business type hotel. So largest group hotel types, cater business travelers, complimentary. Okay? Nag-offer sila ng complimentary newspapers, morning coffee, free local telephone call and breakfast. Ito yung mga business hotels business type hotels natin. Okay? So, ang kinikater nila, malinaw dito, are those business travelers. So, ano ba example ng mga ano natin, ng mga business hotel? Kasi baka nalilito kayo. Parang isa lang naman ma'am yung mga hotel. May mga category yan, no, students. Kung anong klase to ng hotel na to at um, mas easy yung pag-aano, pag um, pag-check natin ng target market natin. If alam mo kung anong type ng hotel yung ini-establish natin sa industry. Okay? So, ano ba yung mga sample natin ng mga business hotels? Syempre, excuse. Syempre, since business hotels to, expect natin na yung isa sa facilities na meron dito is yung meron silang meeting and conference facilities, meron silang business center, meron silang, what do you call this one? Corporate rates, then meron ding mga loyalty programs na ino-offer. And then, syempre, quiet and productive environment. Kasi mga business person, yung usual nag-check-in dito sa hotel na to. Okay? So, what else? Pwede natin i-include also yung merong business-friendly amenities na in-offer yung ganitong type ng hotel. Okay? Ano yung mga business-friendly? Syempre, for business purposes nga itong hotel na to, expect natin yung mga business person yung mag-check-in or magpapabook, dapat it will include the high speed of internet access, merong mga dedicated workspaces, ayun yung mga na-mention natin kanina, ergonomic chairs, and isama na natin yung well-lit desk in guest room. So, pang ano talaga, parang more of pang conference type yung nagiging um, design ng hotel na to and layout. And what else? So, another is we have the airport hotel. So, ang ating target market pag airport hotel is of course yung mga airline passengers natin. Diba? Nagkalat ang ating mga airport hotels, no? Yung mga malalapit literal sa airport. So, free transport between hotel and airport. Ayun yung advantage niyan. Kasi minsan may mga affiliated um, hotel ang ating airport, and then magko-connect na lang sila sa mga hotel na pwedeng pagstayan ng mga passengers. And that's for free, or I guess it's included with their pay na. And then charge the guest by hour instead of normal daily night charges. I don't know what's the reason but by hour, pero sabi nga sa isang joke, kasi nga mga dollar rate, so iba yung rate, no? That is from joke lang naman, pero walang justification yon. Pero maaaring factor din. Ano? Okay. So, nag-iiba yung presyo, no? Kapag dollar rate or balikbayan. Okay? So, ano yung usual na meron sa airport hotel natin? Kung kanina, more of business type yung design and layout ng ating hotel. Sa airport hotel naman, ano kayang makaklasify natin sa kanya? Okay, I want you to think. Okay. So, isa siguro sa pwedeng maging common, no, sa airport hotel is yung tinatawag na they can extend their stay. So, extended stay na tinatawag. Okay, so in addition to short-term accommodations, some airport hotels kasi cater to passengers with long layovers or overnight connections. So they need to offer rooms for extended stays, and this may include the use of rooms for the travelers seeking a few hours of rest. Okay? Unlike kasi sa business hotel, kung ano yung pinabook na hours, do pwede naman mag-extend, pero hindi siya the same ng ating airport hotel na anytime pwede tayong magdagdag ng additional hours. Kasi sa business hotels, may mga naka-appoint dyan, may nakabook talaga ng for the next day, for the next week, itong date na to. So, kailangan nilang masunod yon. Dito sa ating airport hotel, parang kumbaga flexible, no? Yung kanilang um, time and schedule para sa ating mga airline passengers na mag-check-in sa hotel. So, ano pa pwede nating maklasify dito sa hotel na to? So, early check-in and late check-out, pwede din dito. Kasi nga, flexible yung time, no? And what else? Meron pa ba kayong naiisip? Okay, so ito, papansin nyo, since malapit din kasi sa airport, um, soundproofing, no? May soundproofing dito sa type ng hotel na to. Because given their proximity to airport nga, 'di ba? So airport hotels typically invest in soundproofing daw because it minimize noise, 'di ba, from aircraft and ensure the of course yung peaceful stay nila for the guest. Okay? And then we have also the suite hotels, so the fastest growing segments of the hotel industry. So living a room in a separate bedroom. Ayan, ang ganda, no? Living room, separated din ang bedroom. Then professionals such as accountants, lawyers, businessmen, and executives daw, yung mga nagpapabook or nag-check-in dito. So it is particularly attractive. Okay? So, ano yung usual pwedeng facilities or amenities na meron sa suite hotels? Ito yung um, type ng hotel na kung saan ito din yung klase ng mga target market nating guest. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, 'di ba? Meron tayong nabanggit like mga spacious lodging or spacious hotels, no? So itong suite hotels natin, they can provide comfortable and take note of spacious lodging options for travelers who desire more than standard hotel room. Again, more than standard hotel room. So whether for business trips, family vacations, or extended stays, this kind of hotel, sabihin na natin, nag-offer a range of amenities and accommodations to meet the diverse needs of their guests. So, ang suite hotel, pwedeng pang-business, pwedeng pang airport type, or any kind of, or type of guest ay pwedeng pumasok dito. Because they're offering a range of amenities. Kumbaga, all in, no? Is makikita natin dito lahat ng pangangailangan ng guest at lahat ng gustong ma-experience ng guest is ino-offer ng ating suite hotel. Okay? Multiple rooms, no? Maraming amenities, no? Ano pa? May mga living area sila na naka-separate from the room. What else? Ayun kasi yung highlight dito sa hotel na to, yung naka-separate yung living area dun sa bedroom. And then may mga kitchenette or kitchen din sila, no? Which is separated and very equipped ang kanilang kitchen, especially for the guests to prepare their own meals during their stay, whether dietary reasons or pwedeng because of cost savings, so pwede nilang gawin yan. Okay? Kasi may ibang hotel nga na limitado lang yung pwede mong activities na pwede mong magawa sa loob. And then, what else? This type of hotels then is in any locations pwede natin siyang makita. Hindi lang siya naka-specified like, ito sa airport lang to, yung ganitong klase ng hotel. No. Um, it includes the city centers, pwede natin siya malocate dyan, suburban areas, and near airports, pwede din. So, it depends kasi sa target market and the need of the guest. Okay? So I hope naiintindihan natin. And we have also the extended stay hotels. It offers kitchen amenities in the room. And this kind of hotels are for long stayers. Okay? Pero yung mga rooms na to very simple lang. Okay? Just bed, some side table, they have the television, of course, may air condition dyan, and so on. And then we have the resorts hotels. So these hotels have recreational facilities. So usually located in the mountains or in an island or in some other exotic locations away from the cities. Ayan, who loves to go sa mga resort. Ayan, meron din kayong pwedeng pag-stayan kasi may mga resort hotels din tayo na nag-offer aside from a pool is pwedeng may mga rooms na din silang um, pwedeng i-accommodate ang guest. Diba? Tsaka ang kagandahan sa resort ano natin, hotels, ito yung mga scenic locations from the root word scene. Okay? Scenic location, mga scenery, ganyan. So, it is situated usually sa mga beach fronts, mountains, valleys, no? Sa tropical island, natural reserves, ayan, dyan natin makikita yan. Landscapes, no? Ayan. And then, meron tayong ina-offer sa resort hotel na mga spa and wellness. Meron din tayong mga natural settings na in-offer. Yung natural settings kasi, this is proximity, yung natural attractions. Halimbawa, beach resort. So, direct ka sa access sa mga beaches. Well, mountain resorts naman, may provide easy access to hiking trails and whatsoever. Banana boat, pwede din. Ayan. Okay, and so on. And pwede rin to sa mga special events, no? Like wedding, ano pa ba? Any type of occasions, pwede to kasi nasa resort ka na lang din. So, parang all-in na rin lahat dito. And cultural and environmental sustainability din ang pwede nating makita dito sa hotel na to, classification ng hotel na to. So, it promotes local culture, support eco-friendly practices, at syempre na-exercise din dito no, yung community outreach efforts ng ating ng hotel na yon. So parang it is being designed to offer talaga like comprehensive experience where guests can really relax. Parang marirelate natin sa unang quotation kanina, no? So that they can indulge in leisure activities and to enjoy the beauty of course, beauty of Mom's Step. Joke lang. Beauty of the surrounding environment. Okay, ayan. Okay, so motels, we have a motel is mainly for motorists and located conveniently near a major motorway. So ito yung mga short or short term lang na pwede magstay, no? And then yung amenities nila is very limited lang and then yung time na ino-offer is very limited lang din. So sample natin yan, yung Sogo, okay, is a type of motel. Though they have menu din naman na ino-offer, pero wala silang mga restaurant, walang bar, walang wellness, walang living room, wala etc. Okay? And then level of service naman, this is the third classification. Yung unang classification natin is the size of room. We have the target market. And then, target market depende sa type ng hotel. Okay? And then ngayon, meron tayong level of service na tinatawag. Ano ba yung level of ano? Ano ba yung level of service natin, no? Pagdating sa mga sa accommodation. Okay, so number one, syempre nasa isip nyo of course ngayon yung customer interaction, level of service yan, yung hospitality natin, yung warm welcoming, the word friendship, and then yung generous time that we can offer to the guests. Ano pa? We have the cleanliness and maintenance, no? Napakahalaga nito as level of service. Lalo na sa ating course ngayon, taking fundamentals of lodging, it's very important, the cleanliness and maintenance. Communication, so yan sa level of service. Meron din tayong feedback and improvement. Ano yung feedback and improvement natin? Okay, feedback from the guest and then yung management yung magde-develop ng mga feedback, okay, ng guest natin, especially kung may mga negative, no, na feedback sa ating hotel is improve natin yan. Okay? And the level of service can vary widely between businesses and industry. So, it is often critical factor nga eh in establishing sa positive reputation because building customer loyalty in achieving long-term success is very challenging part talaga, lalo na sa hospitality industry. And then, high quality service can lead to satisfied customer who are more likely to return and recommend the business, di ba? Pero kapag may poor service tayo, it will result of course, sa customer dissatisfaction and negative reviews. Okay? So, ngayon, with that, ano ba yung mga world-class service natin? So, these are also called luxury or five-star hotels. So, they target top business executives, entertainment celebrities, high-ranking political figures, wealthy client as their primary markets. So, they provide upscale restaurants in lounge, valet, concierge services, and also private dining facilities. So very comprehensive um facilities and amenities, no, na kanilang in-offer sa guests so that the guest will get the higher satisfaction, no, pagdating sa service. Okay? Usually ang world-class service is yan yung mga hotel na ang rooms is nasa 399 and more. Ayan, para nasa 700. So, world-class service ang siniserve nila dyan. Okay? And then, marami ding personnel dito sa type ng service na to kasi maraming kailangang gagalaw or kikilos to attend the need of the guest. Then, yung mid-range naman, hotels offering mid-range or otherwise 3 to 4-star hotels service appeal to the largest segment of the traveling public. So this kind of hotels does not provide elaborate service and have adequate staffing. They also provide uniform service, food and beverage, room service, in-room entertainments, and also Wi-Fi, and etc. So ano ba yung mid-range? Anong kaibahan niya sa world class? Do you have any idea? Okay. So, of course, some of you is may naisip, no? And some of you is nag-iisip pa lang, ayan, okay. So, yung mid-range natin, ang kaibahan niya most of the time sa ating world-class service is practicality-wise, yung price, no? So, hindi naman nagma-matter lagi pag mura or mababa ang pressure ng isang hotel is we cannot really enjoy. So, mid-range service is, masasabi natin, practical the word practical choice for the travelers who want just comfortable and enjoyable experience without the high price tag of luxury options. So, dito makikita natin, it strikes a balance between affordability versus the quality and making it accessible to wide range customers with varying budgets and preferences. Okay? So, yung mga practical na guest natin na pwede naman nila ma-experience kahit wala sila sa world-class service is andito sila sa mid-range service. So, yung mid-range service naman natin, quality pa din yan. Pumapasok lang talaga yung budget natin doon sa within our means and capacity and willing naman yan ibalik sa atin ng ating mga staff doon sa hotel na yan. They will serve pa din for us. Okay? So, first, actually, 3 to 4 star nga yung hotel na yan eh. So, ano pa din, um, okay pa din, di ba? And then we have also the budget and limited service. And these hotels provide clean, comfortable, safe, and expensive rooms and meet the basic need of guests. So budget hotels appeal primarily to budget-minded travelers who want a room with minimum service and amenities required for a comfortable stay without unnecessary paying additional cost for costly services. Okay, sabi sa isang joke, mga tita tipids, no? Sa mga guests natin. So, meron din pala tayong budget and limited service. So, ano yung budget and limited service natin? Okay, still there, students. So, lastly, ang ating budget and limited service, ito yung mga accommodations that is suitable for travelers or guests primarily looking for a place just to sleep and to have an extra shower, no? With just the need lang ng amenities like shampoo, toothbrush, toothpaste, soap, towel, that's it. That comes with higher end options pa din naman. And these establishments that offering this kind of service cater individuals and families din daw who are budget conscious and willing to forgo luxury in favor of affordability. So, kumbaga sa mid-range, medyo may kaklas pa ng konti. Ito, talagang need lang. Kung ano lang yung need, meron lang silang, I mean is that, halimbawa, pumunta tayo ng isang event in Tagaytay, tinatamad na tayong umuwi dahil napakalayo. Ngayon, may mga ma-check-inan tayo dyan, mga budget-friendly, na kung saan pwede ka lang talagang matulog, and then para makaligo ka hanggang kinabukasan, kahit wala kang dalang mga hygiene kit mo, is mapo-provide. So, yun lang. Sobrang limited and budgeted lang yung pricing. And then, of course, expect that the service is very, ano lang talaga, minimal lang. Okay? I-access ka lang nila sa room nila, then they will give you the key and then that's it. Okay? So, I guess this is the last slide. So I hope you learned something from our topic this day about the classification of accommodations, and then we classify also the different types of hotel, the differentiate natin sila. And I'm sure na naintindihan din ninyo yung level of service kung saan nagba-vary, no? Yung level of services natin ino-offer sa hotel. Okay, so I'm looking forward that you are prepared enough to answer your sit work, no, on our next session based on this topic that we have discussed today. So thank you for your time and take care and God bless everyone. Bye.